So after quite a long gap, I am posting my final video concerned with recruitments, and that is the frequently asked questions of interview. So welcome to my channel, Self Enhancement with Komal Mehrotra, and I hope that you are liking, viewing, sharing my videos. So please continue to do so. So we proceed to the last step in the interviews, and that is facing the interview questions. So let's go to the first question. So what is the interviewer looking for? The interviewer is looking for three major things in every candidate that he or she interviews: attitude, skills, and knowledge. What do I mean by attitude? The attitude of being trainable, having a learning ability, having the confidence and expressing it during the interview. Skills related to that particular domain. That yes, if you are an engineer or maybe an IT engineer, you have got programming skills. If you are a mechanical engineer, you've got designing skills or manufacturing skills. If you are a humanities graduate, then you have perfect knowledge about that particular subject, and you are able to even help the society through that particular subject. And of course, knowledge, the theoretical aspects of knowledge that you learn, you need to create it into and use it with the skills that you have gained through your course. Right? So attitude, skills and knowledge, these are the three aspects which every interviewer is looking for. Right. So what do we do? How do we answer the questions? We need to be confident. Of course, as I have previously told you, since the time of entering in the room, you need to exude confidence. Remain relevant. Don't be divergent. Keep it always towards the topic. Keep it towards the question that has been asked. You should be knowledgeable and informative. You should be well informed. For example, are you aware of the industry trends related to your domain? Are you aware of what the corporate houses are looking for in your particular domain? So that particular thing should be very, very clear. For example, if I talk about MBA graduates, so someone who has got an HR specialization, is he or she having the knowledge that which are the best HR consultancies, the headhunting companies, the finance specialist students of MBA, are they aware that which are the biggest auditing companies? So all this knowledge, all this information should be there with you. Most importantly, maintain a positive attitude. It is a proven fact that you cannot answer all the questions during an interview. So, do you get nervous or do you start feeling low in front of the interviewer if you are not able to answer one particular question? No, you maintain a positive attitude. Right? You have that resilience, you have that determination that yes, I will get the job, I will crack the interview, and then only you will be able to maintain that positive attitude. Prove that you are flexible, lifelong learner and an assertive person. As we are already aware that flexibility is a concept wherein you are able to mingle well with people around you. A lifelong learning, because even in today's environment we can see that online learning is going on. So lifelong learning can be done through e-learning as well. Assertive, why? Because being aggressive and being passive, both are not going to pay. It is always better to be assertive, be clear about your ideas and express them clearly in front of others. Keep alert about your body language, obviously. Maintenance of eye contact during the interview, extremely necessary. Less usage of hands during the interview, very necessary. No unnecessary psychosomatic habits to be displayed like swinging of the legs or beating of the fingers or drumming of the fingers on the table of the interviewer. All these give a bad impression during the interview. So let's move to what I was really talking about, and they are the frequently asked interview questions, especially for all the freshers. So tell me something about yourself. Why should we hire you? Why do you want to join our company? Where do you see yourself 5 to 10 years from now? The strengths and weaknesses, quintessential question. It has always been there, and I think it will be there till time immemorial. Relocation and signing of bond. Questions to check your ethics and values. Do you want to pursue further education, current affairs and industry awareness, cases or situations, riddles and logical reasoning questions, and any questions for the candidate. So let's take them up one by one. Introduce yourself. The first thing that we need to remember that if the question itself can be asked in such a creative way that, for example, if the candidate's name is Alok, so as the candidate sits down, after that the interviewer starts the questioning and says, who is Alok? Again, if that student or candidate just says, I am Alok, then it is going to be bad. Because the interviewer is asking for your whole introduction. Or the interviewer may say, if you were to create an advertisement for this position, what would it read like? So if questions can be asked in such creative manners, we also need to remember that we need to be creative with our answers as well. The trend that I have always seen is that candidates normally come and when they are asked this question, they start to answer, my name is so and so, I am presently doing this, I have done my 12th and 10th from this with this much percentage of marks, I belong to this city. That is how 80% of the candidates usually try to introduce themselves. But where is your creativity? Where is your originality? That particular format has been given to you sometime in your younger school years. So why don't you become a little creative about it? Maybe talk something about your city, about your personal qualities that you have imbibed from your parents or your siblings, or maybe from an idol whom you idolize. So creativity, a very essential thing. So you should be very well prepared for your introduction. That is the thing. Have you done your SWOT analysis? SWOT means strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats. So strengths and weaknesses are internal, they are individualized. Opportunities and threats are external. So you need to recognize what are the opportunities which will be open to you because of your strengths and what threats you will face if you are not prepared for them. Right? Brand yourself well. It's an exercise in selling. You are advertising yourself. You are promoting yourself. So, anything, do you remember any ad which is not interesting? You remember only those advertisements which are interesting. So keep it interesting. Right? That's why I am telling you that please be creative about your introduction. That is what will make it more and more interesting. You can direct the whole interview. Remember this particular point, that whatever you say about yourself in your introduction, the interviewer is going to make questions out of that, and that is why it is said, it is rather called directing the interview. And you have to use it very wisely so that whatever you are good at, that is what you say in your introduction, and that is what the interview asks you question on. Alright? Last but not the least point, make your introduction of a time limit which is between 60 seconds to 90 seconds. इससे ना कम ना इससे ज़्यादा, इस चीज़ का ध्यान रखो. अगर 1 मिनट से कम है तो you are not able to advertise yourself well, and if it is exceeding 90 seconds, then इसका मतलब आप हो सकता है इंटरव्यूअर को बोर कर रहे हैं. तो इस चीज का बिल्कुल बहुत जरूर से ध्यान रखें कि it needs to be between 60 to 90 seconds. So introduction में क्या बोलें? That is the question which everyone asks. So आपका नेचर क्या है, what type of nature do you have, you as a person, your personal qualities, your personal skills, your interest areas, what is your career goal or maybe ultimate aim in life. If it is worth sharing in front of the interviewer, please do it. Right? The benefits that you offer, क्या फायदे आप लेके आएंगे कंपनी के लिए, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के लिए, किस तरह से उसको बेनिफिट कर सकते हैं, ये बताना बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी है. I can give you a personal example of a candidate whom I have seen performing in front of me. It was a female candidate. She was a female candidate who was asked a question that why do you want to be a part of TCS? And that particular candidate said, I admire a company which is really working on the basics of women empowerment, because when I was going through the website of the company, I saw that they have opened a completely women cell, or rather a women empowered office in Dubai, wherein they take up only female colleagues. So that is the type of research that you need to do on the company that you are targeting, right? So the benefits that you offer will definitely attract the organization towards you. Yes. So how to face a technical introduction? The EES formula is there: education, experience and skills. So education, of course, because you are a fresher, so your education is the most important thing. Experience. For a fresher, what does an experience mean? Your project-based learning, your internships, your trainings, your certifications, your workshops, any poster presentations or seminars that you have attended, and your skills, both technical as well as personal. Now, if I want to give you an example, for example, you made a project on using one particular technology, but there were 8 people in that particular team who made the project. So you can showcase your team building skills, your communication skills, your negotiation skills, all through that project, right? That is how you project yourself when you talk about your projects, right? So moving on to the next step, your HR introduction, the cultural fit part of the interview. PAT formula: personal competence, accomplishments and technical competencies. Alright? Normally we find that there are companies who take 2 different rounds, technical interviews and HR interviews. But there may be some companies who take a mixed sort of thing, wherein there is a panel of interviewers and 1 or 2 people from the technical profile are there and 1 or 2 people from the HR profile are there. So I would recommend that you make an introduction which is a combination of both EES as well as PAT. Right? So personal competences. Why? They are most important, because when you tell about yourself as a person, how those qualities will help the organization is going to be extremely important. Your past accomplishments, they will tell the interviewer or rather the organization that what type of achiever you are, what ambitions do you have, do you like to learn and grow or not. So all these things will come out clearly through your accomplishments, right? And of course your domain knowledge, your technical expertise, your profession related knowledge, that will be indicated through your technical competencies. Then we come to the next question: why should we hire you? Of course, how do you handle it? Your achievements and recognitions, anything that you have been praised for, people have liked you for it, appreciated you for it, that is what you need to mention. Your practical experiences, extremely necessary, because your experiences will tell the company that what type of work you are able to do and which and how of your skills can benefit the organization. The skills that you talk about in this, you should have an example ready. If you are if you don't have an example ready, then please create it. Create a story, right? But do not give the name of any particular skill if you cannot explain it through an example, right? So, moving on to the next question, why do you want to join our company? Now, until and unless you have researched the company well, you will not be able to handle this. And as far as I have already told you in my previous videos, the research is most ideally done if you have got an alumni of yours working in the same company. Talk to that person and take out as many details as possible. Link your skills to the job description shared by the company. Your personal as well as technical skills, they need to be linked to what the company is asking for. Important points should be noted while attending the pre-placement talk. If the company is offering this particular opportunity, that it is conducting a pre-placement talk before it starts the recruitment process, please note down the specific points presented by the company representative so that you can answer this particular question well. Right. So your future planning, your career aim, your goal orientation, everything can be checked. Even your, as far as your loyalty is concerned, that can also be checked through this particular question. Where do you see yourself 5 or 10 years down the line? So, goal orientation, of course, is there. A loyalty checkpoint. Another way of asking the same question would be that if you are hired today, how long will you stay with us? Right? So, these questions can be changed. So, please remember that it is a checkpoint of loyalty as well. Right? Higher education. If you have heard about the pre-placement talk of the company well, and if they have already detailed about this particular thing, that they have a higher education policy in their organization or they don't have a higher education policy in the organization, please remember that, right? If they don't have the higher education policy in their organization, please don't mention about gaining higher education. Or if you do mention it, please try to remember that you will take it either through the distance mode or through the online mode, right? The quintessential, always asked strengths and weaknesses question. Another way of asking the same question would be, give me 3 reasons to select you and 3 to reject you. Right? So, answer honestly. Very, very honest answer with examples. That's the ideal way of answering this question. As I have already said, SWOT analysis, extremely important part before going for the interview. This is a preparation step. You need to do an individual SWOT analysis of yourself. Both aspects can be addressed, your personal qualities and skills as well as your technical qualities and skills. And remember to mention your weaknesses as an area of improvement, a field in which you are doing something to improve. For example, I have seen many students say this particular thing, that they are short-tempered. But what are they doing about that short temper? Are they doing yoga? Are they doing meditation or something else which can help them in controlling that? That also needs to be mentioned along with the weakness. So it should be cited like an area of improvement. Some other frequently asked questions. The relocation question. Of course, checking your adaptability and flexibility. But it can be framed in some other way as well. That if a company posts you or reposts you every 3 months or 6 months, what will you do? What is the first thing that you need to consider in such a case? So of course, your answer should be that the first thing I will consider is that any particular project that I am involved in has been completed or not. right? That is the first thing that I will consider. And of course, agreeing is the only option available to freshers, because you should be available to work from any location. Signing of bonds is another hitch in the minds of the students, but please remember that bonds does not mean that you have become a bonded labor, right? Bonds का मतलब ये नहीं होता कि हम bonded labor बन गए हैं. Bond का मतलब ये होता है कि वो अपने ट्रेनिंग पीरियड को सिक्योर कर रहे हैं कि हाँ, अगर कंपनी हमें ट्रेनिंग दे रही है तो वो एक्सपेक्ट करती है कि 1 से 1.5 साल 2 साल कम से कम कैंडिडेट हमारे साथ रहे, काम करे, ताकि उस ट्रेनिंग का कुछ फायदा कंपनी को भी मिल सके, राइट? सो यू कैन ऑलवेज पे एंड लीव. देयर इज नो harm in that. If you are getting an extremely lucrative offer, you can always pay for the bond and leave the organization. Further education question, as I have already said, if you have heard the pre-placement talk well, please remember that the organization has a higher education policy or it does not have a higher education policy, and always highlight an option which can be done while on job. That means online education or maybe distance mode education. Questions about industry and general awareness can also be a part of the interview round. So be very, very clear about what are the recent developments that are happening in your particular domain, right? And please also remember this, that it is a phenomena of interdependence all around. No one can live independently of each other. An IT company if an IT company says that what is our relation with agriculture, that cannot happen, because as far as India is concerned, if you are aware, we have got e-Chopals which are running, we have got e-governance which is happening. So current affairs awareness, industry awareness is a must. And what are the other questions? Ethics and values, very necessary. Check of your integrity. Would you lie for the benefit of the organization? A direct question can be asked, or there can be some other way of asking this question. For example, I can give you a question that suppose you are handling a project which is 500 crore rupees to the organization, and you get to have that project passed from the government organization, or government approval has to be taken, and the government officer says that I will sign the file only if you install 2 split air conditioners in my home. What will you do? Right? So there can be different modes or different ways of answering the, rather asking the question. So please remember this very, very well, that all these questions need to be answered with a strict no, that no, I would not like to in any way hurt the principles with which I have been brought up by my parents. Right? Salary and profile is what you need to answer with. Right? It has to be a mix of both. For example, a question like, what is more important for you, the profile or the salary? So you need to say that a mix of both, because you cannot survive without salary, and you cannot work for long if you do not get satisfaction out of your job profile. Right? So तो इस चीज का ध्यान रखें, ये सैलरी वर्सेस प्रोफाइल नहीं है, ये सैलरी एंड प्रोफाइल है. इस चीज का हमेशा ध्यान रखें. राइट? देन प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग एबिलिटी कैसे चेक करती है ऑर्गेनाइजेशन? इंटरव्यूअर कैसे चेक करेगा? बाय आस्किंग यू डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ रिडल्स, पजल्स, केसलेट्स और केस स्टडीज, by assessing your situation handling abilities and maybe your planning abilities. Maybe a simple question like, for example, if you win 100 crore rupee lottery, how will you spend it? So if you tend to forget the general awareness that you will be losing out 30 to 35 crores as wealth tax in it, how will you plan it? Because in your hand you are going to get around 65 to 67 crores, and that means you need to plan for 65 to 7 crores. And he or she, the interviewer, is asking for a proper planning. That means proper amounts, well-defined amounts for particular purposes. Right? So this is how they will check your planning ability, your problem solving ability by asking riddles, puzzles, etc. Right? So the next question, or rather an opportunity which can present to you at the end of the interview, is the interviewer gives you a chance to ask questions. Right? आपको मौका मिला है क्वेश्चन पूछने का, क्या करेंगे? कैसे क्वेश्चंस पूछेंगे? ऐसे क्वेश्चंस पूछने हैं जो दिखाए आपका इंटरेस्ट, that you are eager to join that particular organization at that particular profile. Right? So ask about the working culture and environment of the company. Right? That will show your interest in the organization. What is the next step in the process, or when can you expect the joining to happen? You can ask about that. What are the evaluation parameters for promotion in the organization? You can ask about that. You can even ask the interviewer to share his or her experience in the company, because from that you will be able to get, or rather gain, knowledge about the working environment of the whole company. Current project and future aspirations of the company, that will help you in getting to know the technologies that they are working on, or the projects that they are working on. And maybe you can also ask about the location that will be assigned to you. Right? So these are the questions that you can ask. And if you have any further queries related to interviews, you can always contact me over my mail ID. Right? And please continue to subscribe to my channel. So please continue to view my videos, and thank you for watching my video.